have it and can share. Okay, I think we're live then. We'll get this going to not keep a ton of your time on Saturday in the afternoon. I know it's 2 o'clock, and thank y'all for popping on for just a minute. My name's Katie Trent. I'm a Ruby ambassador at Q Sciences, and it's totally, I don't know, my pleasure, my honor, my privilege to share with y'all like what the heck this thing is and why we're so excited about it. Has changed our lives in really intentional and amazing ways. And so that's why I love, love, love sharing about it, because I just know that it can do huge things for people. So that's my sweet family right there. My husband, Jordan. And then we've got 4 kiddos. Rex, Hallie, Izzy, and Jovi. And we, okay, looks like someone's popping in. There's Cindy. We have been with Q Sciences for about 16 months now. So it's been a whirlwind. It was all of 2020, which I know was a really hard year for a lot of people. But I feel very blessed to say that it was the best year of our lives. And that it really changed the direction of our future forever. And I know we're just now kind of seeing the repercussions of what 2020 did for people. I'm really thankful to be here because we have exactly what people are looking for and what they need in this stage in life. And so let's go ahead and dive into a little bit about like who the company is, what our background is, and then what kind of makes us different and where are we going in the next little bit. And so one of the things that I love talking about is the fact that we have a mission plan that we stick to behind every single thing that we do when we put out our products. And that is that we want to be giving the best of the best when it comes to health products to impact your life. And we want to do that through staying at the forefront of science and technology. Science is always changing, technology is always changing, and those two things impact our health on a daily basis. And if we are kind of behind the times, if we're not staying up to date, if we're not willing to reformulate and strategize and move and change quickly to impact our products so that we can provide the best of the best, then we're not doing right by you. And so I love that that is always at the forefront of our minds when we are developing out our product line. We are led by some of the most amazing people in the industry. So Mark Wilson, he's actually our founder and CEO. He comes from actually the world of NFL first. So he was a Super Bowl quarterback champion. He won a couple of those and then went into real estate, did really, really well in real estate, and then retired and decided he wanted to start his own company focusing on impacting people's health and wellness. And he started talking to a man named Dr. Stephen Kimberly. He was connected to him through a mutual friend. And Dr. Kimberly has an extensive background in health. So he actually is a board certified internal medicine doctor. He's been practicing for over 40 years. And he's a really big believer also that science doesn't stand still. In fact, he was the chief editor for WebMD for over 13 years. And so he is very involved in taking care of people's health. He's been seeing the trends and the signs and the changes that have been going on for decades. And he really has a passion to help people by getting to the root of their issues, not just kind of putting a band-aid on it. And so they started talking together about how they could impact the most people and really recognize that that was through supplementation. Just knowing our diets, the lack of nutrients that we're getting, and even if we are getting the correct ones, they are not nutrient dense anymore. And so it's important that we fill in our gaps and that we actually start dealing with some of the root causes of kind of the most common things that, you know, you hear your friends or yourself complaining about when it comes to your health. And so they got together back in 2012 and started Q Sciences and started building out our product line. The other man that helps to lead our business is Mr. Jake Spencer. He is our president and now co-owner of Q Sciences. He kind of takes on the business side, the team building, the income producing side of the company, because that's his background. He has been in the field of network marketing for over 20 years. He has grown multi-million-dollar teams. He knows his stuff and his heart. I love, love, love hearing him talk about kind of his, passion for what he's doing here at Q is not to necessarily line the pockets of the Q corporate side, but really to impact as many people in the field with life-changing income. And so he does that through really unique ways. He actually doesn't handle our business like a network marketing company. He handles it like a traditional business. And he supports it through really smart ways ways of getting people, getting money into people's hands quickly and supporting them where they need it the most, and making sure that they know exactly what they're working towards and have the ability to achieve it, which I think is so huge. And so these three men have been instrumental in making our company grow very, very quickly. In fact, since the year 2017, we've had over 700% growth, and we've expanded into over 20 countries. We actually just started reaching out into Asia as well, turned on Malaysia a couple weeks ago, focusing on Taiwan and Hong Kong, and then also focusing on South and Central America, because they know that what we have is not just for us here in the States. They know that what we have can impact so many lives all over the world. And so let's talk about what some of those products are. I won't go through every single one of them, but we are more than happy to sit down and talk with you about your specific goals and what would be good for you. But we have two separate product lines for you to pick from. You can mix and match. You can do one side or just the other side, but one is strictly supplementation, nutraceuticals, filling in those gaps in your health. And then the other side is our full spectrum hemp. And so we'll talk here in just a minute about what makes us different than all the CBD that you're seeing literally everywhere these days, because it is a very hot item in the health world. So let's talk about our supplements first, because I feel like everybody needs to start here when taking care of their health, whether it's preventative or if you want to deal with something you're already struggling with. And I would start you with the Q Core. So this has three main products in it: our Q Max, the Align, and the probiotics. The Q Max is one of our flagship products. It is actually a micronutrient that is really special because of the way that it's formulated. So we can all go to GNC or our grocery stores and see like hundreds of different multivitamins out there, right? And sometimes it's a little overwhelming. Like, which one do you pick? Is it the one you see on the commercial, that you just remember the name of it, so you grab it, or maybe a friend recommends one to you? And so the thing for you to know is that our bodies are really amazing, and over time, our bodies have changed, and different things have happened, and we need to be able to absorb the nutrients that we're taking in. And there's actually a genetic mutation that about 60% of Americans have called MTHFR. And that mutation actually means that you, if you have it, cannot use your B vitamins correctly unless they are methylated. So it's really important that we have a methylated multivitamin, which is our QMax. We have methylated every single B vitamin in there, including B6, which is the most difficult to methylate. And also, we have gone the extra step in chelating every single individual mineral. So what that means is they've attached an amino acid to each individual mineral so that you can actually absorb it through your blood-brain barrier. And what this means to you and me, who maybe aren't super sciencey, is that it just gets the most effects and are able to be absorbed in a way that can impact, your brain and everything else. And so this is huge. The rest of the products that you're going to find out there, they're kind of just thrown together because they know people need to buy a multivitamin, so they don't spend a ton of science and research and time on putting out something that the body's going to utilize to the largest extent. And so those products end up being something that you just excrete and you don't use most of it. And so I love that the QMax is widely absorbable and people see really incredible effects, especially with things like mental health. So I'm definitely not going to claim we're going to cure anybody with mental health or tell anyone to get off their meds or anything like that. That is not for me to say, but it is very powerful what your body can do and how it can change when it is being properly given the right nutrition. And so we have seen positive effects through over 33 studies with things like anxiety and stress, depression, PTSD, bipolar, explosive rage, ADD, ADHD, just to name a few. So the Q Max is absolutely amazing for every single person. The Q Align is our really powerful anti-inflammatory, and everybody deals with inflammation in some form or fashion. On the more extreme end, that's going to be like your autoimmune issues. On the less extreme end, that's going to be like bloating, joint pain, puffiness, holding on to water weight, that kind of thing. And then your Qbiotics, this is really beneficial to your gut because it's a probiotic also paired with a prebiotic. My dad is a GI doctor, so gut health is definitely important to me, something I'm not willing to skip, because if you do not take care of your gut, it absolutely will show up later on in life. And so making sure that you are properly feeding your gut with the good bacteria to keep that balance in check is huge. Your gut is called your second brain for a reason. It impacts your whole body and all of its health. And so what you find is a lot of probiotics out there have these billions of CFUs. And the reason for that is because they know most of them actually die off once they get to your stomach. Your stomach acid is just too harsh. And so what we actually did was we spent a lot of time, science and research, and developed our own patented release system so that our probiotic is able to get all the way through your stomach acid just fine and is able to deposit that good bacteria where it needs to go. So I would say the Q core is where everyone should start. It actually comes in separate little individual packets. It's already portioned out for you for your morning and your evening dose. Very easy to use at home or even on the go. Throw it in your purse or your car or your suitcase as you're going and doing things. It's super nice to have to stay on top of your health. We also have a small weight loss line, which I really like. So if that's where you're focused or fitness is more where your health journey is focused right now, we have great products to support you with that. We have an amazing meal replacement shake called our EQ shake, which has 20 grams of protein in it, and it's super delicious and not chock full of sugar and doesn't taste chalky. We have a sport drink, which is kind of like a pre-workout, a good energy drink. You just pour it in your water bottle. We have a trim product, which helps to burn fat and build muscle. And then the Align is on there again because this is huge for people who maybe feel like they work out and they eat well and they take care of themselves. They try to do their best, but they're having a tough time losing that last 5 to 10 pounds, right? And so the Align, it can actually help with getting rid of that inflammation. And then we also have a program called Q Fit, which was just released at the beginning of this year. It's an app that you can participate in that actually has meal options for you or meal options for your family. It has workouts that you can pick from if you want to work out at home or at the gym, if you want to do plyometrics or yoga or dance, whatever is you're into, they will have something to support that. And you also get one-on-one like access to our personal trainer, Kimball. He can help you with your goals, talk to you about what you're working on, give you tips and tricks and encouragement. There's a whole amazing community there. They do cash prizes and fun challenges. Right now, they're doing a prize that is like an amazing vacation to Red Rocks, which looks awesome. So I love that they've added that part in because we all know that community and support is a big part of kind of your fitness journey for sure. And then we also have these really cool oral sprays. I always like to highlight these because people just say these are fun because they are fun. It's different. It's a new way to do sprays and vitamins and very helpful for people that maybe struggle to swallow pills. I always think about kiddos and it's very easy for them to use. And so this is more about specific vitamin intake versus an overall vitamin panel. So if you wanted to focus on maybe just staying as healthy as possible with all kind of the virus stuff that we've got going on, they have definitely recommended increasing your vitamin D3 as well as your vitamin C and zinc. And so if you took our vitamin C plus, which has zinc in it, and D3 sprays, that would be a great way to keep boosting your immunity. I just spray it in our kids' mouths down the line as they go to school. We have a B12 spray. It is fully methylated as well. This is really good for energy. So if you are sluggish, it could be that you're lacking B12. Your boost spray is good for aches and pains and kind of helping boost your metabolism. And then your sleep spray is literally everybody's favorite. I think we sold like thousands of packs of just like sleep sprays last month because everybody wanted to get their hands on it. This is amazing if you struggle to get to sleep and stay asleep. It's very, very helpful for that because it's microdosing. And so it doesn't leave you feeling hungover or groggy the next day, doesn't give you any weird nightmares or anything like that. Our pediatrician lets us use it with our 2.5-year-old. It's been very helpful for her to get the sleep that she needs because she has always struggled with her sleep ever since she was itty bitty. So we are very, very thankful for the sprays. They come in a set or you can buy them individually, however you want them, but they're very economical. Throw them in your purse, put them in your car, your nightstand, whatever is convenient for you, but super great way to focus on specific vitamin intake into your body. So again, I didn't highlight every single product on the nutraceutical side, but I would be happy to share more in depth with you personally. If you want to chat afterwards, definitely reach out and we can talk about what would be best for you. But I do want to highlight our full spectrum hemp line and go through why we're super pumped to have this and what this means in kind of the world of CBD, because you're seeing it everywhere. It's the newest thing. Everyone's talking about it. And if you don't know much or why it's a big deal, it's partially because we could not access it prior to 2017. Hemp was not legal in the States. And so once the Farm Bill passed and legalized hemp for us to use, that now meant that people could get their hands on it. And they wanted to be able to see the impact that it can make for their health, because there have been many studies that have been showing that it impacts so many different types of people with so many different types of issues. So we've seen it help with things all the way from seizures to inflammation to pain levels to managing A1C levels, to anxiety and stress, to helping with sleep, to helping with like rashes and skin conditions. I mean, it's pretty incredible what it can do. And so one thing I like to always tell people in the beginning is it's not marijuana. You're not doing drugs. It is a separate plant, and so you're good on that side of things. But one of the best parts about this and the most exciting things about this is that we have actually been able to develop our own science behind our hemp. And what you may not know is that hemp is actually what we consider hydrophobic, and that means that it doesn't like water. And when your body is primarily made of water, that becomes an issue because your body doesn't want to absorb it. And so, what most companies do is they bond their hemp to something else to help, they call it a carrier, to help bring it in and carry it into your body to be absorbed. But most people use an oil. So, that would be like an MCT oil or a coconut oil. Well, kind of the same concept of oil and water not mixing, it's going to be the same issue in your body. That absorption may help it a little bit, but they actually only get about 6 to 10% that's fully absorbed into their body. We've been able to develop our own science that makes our hemp hydrophilic, and we bond it to a water molecule. And so you're noticing we're not needing a carrier in between there. We can bond directly to the water itself. And we're actually able to pack more hemp into our products than anybody else's. In fact, we can go up to about 20 times more hemp than any other product out there. So this means you get much more of an impact for the help that you're looking for. And so I love that. It means that we stand out head and tails above the rest. You can see results almost instantaneously from taking it, and they last over 12 hours. And we have it in all different forms. We have the sublingual version that you put under your tongue. We have it in cream version. One's like an icy hot, and one is good for like psoriasis and eczema and sunburns and all the things. We also have it in essential oil versions, roll-ons that you can use. We have a product for your pets if they have anxiety and stress or arthritis. That's very helpful for them. We have it in a powder form that you can put into a water bottle called our Twist, which is really good for. We have 3 different versions: Calm, just to kind of take the edge off those days; Crave, to help with cravings; and then Hydrate, to help with hydration. So the way I describe it for my personal usage is it's kind of like a my mom calm. Like, it just kind of helps me not feel overwhelmed, is the best way for me to describe it. On those days that life just feels like there's so much happening and the kids are all over the place and I've got so much to do, it really just helps to clear my mind, keep me focused, not feel all over the place, and get the things done that I need to get done. So I love that for myself. I use it when I feel like I need to, versus my husband. He really loves it for his anxiety. It's very beneficial to him when he's feeling extremely overwhelmed and worked up over something. It can just kind of calm his mind and help him think clearly as well. So we actually, the reason that we're really excited about them having this separate side of our product line is because hemp is already a huge deal here in the States. It's like a $2 billion industry, and it's set to be a $22 billion industry in the next 48 months. And so we've got about 4 years that this is going to just absolutely catapult forward in the market trends. And we have something that's so different. You don't have to go open your own brick and mortar. You don't have to do third-party lab testing. We do all of that for you. In fact, there's little QR codes on the back of each of our hemp products, and you can actually scan that and it will pull up the third-party lab testing that was done on that product that's in your hand. So you can know exactly what's going on. We are organically grown in Colorado, and all the things that people like to ask. And so I love that we have all of this to support the growth of this industry without the person, you and me, having to go put all of this money into creating our own hemp product. We have something that is amazing and that people are looking for. I cannot tell you how many people reach out to me on a daily basis wanting to know more about hemp, wanting to get their hands on it because they see that it's doing things for people and they want to give it a try as well. And then, of course, they try it and they're like, oh my gosh, I have to tell all my friends. And I'm like, and man, then I lose a customer because they just want to do the business with me because they know that it's impacting so many people. So I really love that we have the opportunity to grow with this, but also provide people those products we talked about in the beginning, the nutraceuticals that are getting to kind of like those core issues that people really, really struggle with and giving them help to support them in those areas as well. And when you put all those things together, amazing leadership, people that know what the heck they're doing, people that care about the field, and the people that are helping to grow their business, products that are absolutely not just, a niche product. It's not just one type of product. It's not just, a fad diet type of thing, but really truly putting science and effort into providing the best of the best. You find yourself in a really unique position because the growth of the company is moving very fast. And it kind of, when you know this industry a little bit, you know that timing's everything. I actually was in a previous company before coming here, and we had over 900,000 people in my company. And people were very familiar with who we were. But probably like you on the call are like, I don't even know what Q Sciences is. Like, tell me more. And there's a reason for that because we're still so small. We only have about 60,000 ambassadors in the whole company, like globally. That's over 20 countries. So compare that to the 900,000 in my last company. It's just teeny tiny, but growing exponentially fast. In fact, we're supposed to quadruple in size as a company this year alone by the end of 2021. And honestly, the first 2 months of the year, it has already blown our minds for what it could do and what it is doing in our growth rate. So you find yourself in this crazy position that you have exactly what people want and need, and you have the ability to help people where they're at, and the chance to be here in the beginning of a company. And it's almost like getting to buy, Apple stock in the 80s. We all would if we could. And so getting to capitalize on this has been huge. And so that for me, when I was looking at this, made it very clear that I wanted to join and partner with them as an ambassador. But if that's not for you, we do have a wonderful option called our preferred customer. And you get the same pricing I do. You get the cheapest pricing. It's $10 for the year. You're in full control of all your orders. Order whenever you want, however much you want. Totally up to you. In fact, they even have an Amazon Prime shipping option for y'all. You can pay upfront for the year and get free shipping on all of your auto ships, which I think is pretty cool. But if you're kind of similar to me and you are seeing the writing on the wall and all the ways that this is adding up to, it would be an amazing opportunity to diversify your income. You can join as an ambassador. It's $39.95 to join and roughly $200 total to get started once you order your personal products for your own personal consumption. Once you do that, you can actually get started earning commissions, which is really simple. Like I said in the beginning, Jake, our president, he was like, it's not about him lining his pockets. It's about how do I get money into the hands of the newest person that joins your team the fastest. And that speaks volumes because this is a huge way to make extra money. But I know a lot of people are always like, can I do this? Is it possible? Will I see a return at all? And that's their whole method of operation, is to get as much money into people's hands as possible so they make it as simple as possible. And so we do it through 4 different ways. One is through customer sales commissions. So that's people ordering products from you and not doing the business. So I touched on just a few of them today. I'm sure you probably have already thought of a couple people that you know that could benefit from them. But because we're not a niche company, because we aren't only hemp and we're not only weight loss and we're not only this or that, we have stuff for everybody. You're literally never going to run out of customers that could benefit from your products. So customer sales is a huge option for you. You can also build a team of people that want to make extra income, which I think 2020 highlighted for a lot of people that, having all of your eggs in one basket probably isn't the wisest scenario because you could lose your job. You just never know what's coming down the line. And so having another stream of income that doesn't require a boss, doesn't require you to go to a job, doesn't require you to, ask for time off and vacation days and all those things, and you can do it from home, from your phone with your kiddos, is a great option. And so lots of people are looking for something like this right here and right now. So building a team of other people that want to do this with with you is really fun and a great way to do that as well. And you actually have a guaranteed paycheck when it comes to your team rank. So once you hit your rank, you know exactly what you're bringing in. It's not an average that doesn't change every month. It's not a scale or anything like that. You actually can know exactly what your paycheck's going to look like with no guessing, which is really important in today's day and life when things feel upside down and crazy. You need to know what you can count on. And then you also get promotional bonuses for every single rank you achieve. And lastly, you can take part in our financial freedom movement. So this really, really stuck out to me because I've never seen a company do something like this and just showed me the heart behind what they're trying to do here. Um, this is a separate bonus, y'all, and it goes towards any debt of your choice. So they will pay anywhere from like $100 to $400 depending on your rank towards your house payment, your car payment, your student loans, your medical bills, credit cards. A girl on my team, it goes towards her Invisalign. I mean, literally, they will pay money towards your debt to help you get out of debt faster. And I just thought for a second, like, what? Like, no one cares about my debt. Like, why would a company go out on a limb like that? And I love that. Like, the heart of this is not just to put money towards something, but it's also to provide financial coaching, people to help you make good decisions as you move forward with the income that you make here. So, personal coaching, they can help with your taxes, they can help with your credit repair, investment strategies, all sorts of things. And the whole idea is to really aid people, educate, support, love on, encourage, be that friend to help people make good decisions with their money. Money is just not talked about as much these days. It's a taboo thing. But at the end of the day, we all know that our financial situation can impact our marriages, our relationships, our stress levels, our health, our kiddos, our relationships with our friends, and the opportunities that come into our life if we can even take advantage of them. Because if we don't have extra money, we cannot do that. And so knowing that it impacts the majority of us and the majority of people that I will talk to has given me such a purpose and a mission because I want to help as many people as I can feel like they have a light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't have to stay this way, and we absolutely can help you. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how nice your car is or how nice your house is or what name brand clothes you wear. If you don't have 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses put aside in your savings account, in the case the worst of the worst happens, none of that stuff is going to matter. That stuff's going to seem even more expensive to you than it is right now because you're going to need to come up with the money to pay for that. And that happened to a lot of people in 2020. And I think it woke a lot of people up that they needed to get their stuff in order. And so I love that this is what we focus on. We don't focus on the outward stuff. We focus on what's going on the inside, what's going on in your bank account, and how can we help you get into a better place. And that is something that I will always get up early for and go to bed late helping people achieve because I know that that changes lives and generations forever. So here's a quick snapshot of our comp plan. If you want to talk with me one-on-one about this, I'm more than happy to. It's actually really straightforward. Box one is your customer commission. So that's however much you sell in a month, you get a percentage back. You can actually get all the way up to 35% back on the orders that are placed through your website. If you want to build the team side of things, that's box two. And so what you do is you find the name of the rank, and then you go all the way over to this blue column right here in the middle. This is the guaranteed paycheck that I was talking to you about just a minute ago. And so I said at the beginning, I'm a Ruby. So you find Ruby on the far left, follow it across and see that my guaranteed monthly income is $25,000. And this is something that has been a huge blessing for our family. And I'm pretty sure everyone on the call would say, like, I'll take $25,000 a month. Like, it's a no brainer, right? We all would love to have that. But what I also know is that the most people on these calls, they're coming in saying, Katie, I just want extra money in my grocery budget. I just want to cover my cell phone bill. I want to, be able to put my kids in daycare and not feel like my whole paycheck is gone after that. I want to, do XYZ. They want to focus on their specific goals and maybe one day work up to being at that $25,000 rank. And so I love that we can do that too. You can actually come over here, pick a number on the blue chart and tell it to me, and I can work backwards with you. And I can say, perfect, you need 750. That's the rank of elite. You need to do XYZ. And I can actually help you do that and give you a system and a strategy to do it. Because the worst thing I could do right now is dangle a carrot and make this all sound wonderful and perfect and the best thing ever, but not actually give you a plan for how to achieve it. That's the number one question people ask me is like, can I actually do this? And the answer is yes, you really, really can. The growth we're experiencing is off the charts. It's kind of like a river that's already in motion that you jump into and you're carried along the same way. If you're willing to be coachable, if you're willing to give this a try and to show up and let us help you, let us plug you into our system that is very hands on, that is very much like us guiding you every single step of the way, I absolutely believe that you can do this and achieve any number in the blue column that you want. So thank you all for spending a little bit of time with us on your Saturday. I'm so thankful y'all are here. If you have questions, definitely please reach out. We're happy to chat and answer anything. I'm pretty much, I always say I'm a open book, pretty blunt. I'll give it to you how it is, and would love to chat more. So I hope you'll have a great day. Bye, guys.